The leadership transition in Singapore's People's Action Party was a major political event in 2024, marked by Lee Hsien Loong handing the premiership to his chosen successor, Lawrence Wong, in May. In an East Asia Forum opinion piece, Michael Barr, associate professor at Flinders University, contends that Wong's decisions in office, particularly on the contentious Oxley Road dispute, will shape public perceptions of his independence as a leader. With Singapore's next general election required by November 2025 and Parliament to be dissolved by 23 August 2025, Wong has a narrow window to cement his position. The Oxley Road saga centres on the late Lee Kuan Yew's family home, which he wished to be demolished. However, his eldest son, Lee Hsien Loong, has been accused by his siblings of pushing to preserve the property as a state memorial, a charge he has refuted, stating that he has recused himself from all decisions. This has embroiled Singapore's institutions, including the cabinet, parliament and regulatory bodies, in what critics describe as a private matter. The dispute deepened in 2024 with the UK's decision to grant political asylum to Lee Hsien Loong, the younger brother of Lee Hsien Loong, a significant embarrassment for Singapore's ruling elite. In October last year, following the death of his sister Lee Wei Ling, Lee Hsien Loong formally applied for the demolition of the Oxley Road house, in accordance with the wishes expressed in their late father Lee Kuan Yew's will. However, the National Heritage Board has initiated yet another review of the matter, citing the need to reassess the site's heritage value. Critics argue that this move appears to be a deliberate attempt to delay a final decision until after the next general election. Barr highlights the risk Wong faces if he continues this state involvement. By doing so, he risks reinforcing the perception that Lee Hsien Loong remains the de facto leader despite his formal handover of power. This, Barr asserts, could undermine Wong's credibility as a reformist and independent prime minister. Wong's political journey began closely aligned with Lee Hsien Loong, serving as his principal private secretary. This proximity raises questions about whether Wong can detach from his predecessor's influence. Early moves, such as his choice of deputy prime ministers from a different political generation, hint at efforts to carve out his own leadership identity. However, his inability to secure unequivocal control in the PAP's Central Executive Committee elections in December 2024 signals continued constraints on his authority. Singapore's political narrative has been dominated by scandals, including the conviction of former senior minister Iswaran on downgraded corruption charges, as well as libel suits brought by two ministers over reporting on their multi-million-dollar real estate dealings. Critics argue that these incidents reflect a broader culture of elite self-interest, which has eroded public trust in the PAP government. Barr contends that Wong could signal a break from this culture by enforcing stricter standards of transparency and accountability within his administration. One symbolic but significant action would be to end the government's partisan role in the Oxley Road dispute, returning it to the private realm. Such a move would not only uphold principles of good governance, but also signal Wong's willingness to challenge the legacy of his predecessor. With the general election looming, Barr emphasizes that Wong has limited time to establish himself as a leader in his own right. Allowing the Oxley Road dispute to remain a symbol of state entanglement in personal matters risks alienating voters and reinforcing skepticism about his autonomy. Barr's analysis underscores the stakes for Wong as he navigates this political minefield. The Oxley Road issue is more than a family dispute. It has become emblematic of the broader struggle for credibility and independence within Singapore's leadership. For Wong, how he resolves this will determine whether he emerges as his own man, or remains overshadowed by his predecessor's legacy.